Not every desire comes from hunger. Some come from standing too close to someone else's life.
A frog lived by a pond that could hold the moon like a coin. He was small, but his echo wore a big hat. One evening, an ox came down to drink, massive, patient, and too real to ignore. The frog blinked at that shape of calm power. The ox didn't notice. Greatness rarely looks down for witnesses. When he left, stillness hung like a low note on bass. The frog mistook that note for applause. He puffed his throat, a small experiment in importance. Not bad, he said. Add a little air and I might qualify as majestic. He drew in wind and moonlight until both forgot who owned whom. The pond watched like an old audience that has seen this movie before. Each breath a ride with swing bigger, still small, almost. Ambition entered like a horn solo, bold and slightly off-key. Even the cattails leaned back to give him room. He called to the duck, am I as grand as the ox now? The duck said nearly, if the ox were a balloon. That word had helium in it. He took another breath for luck. He swelled past sense and shadow. The stars wobbled trying to fit his outline. A cricket paused mid-bar. Even ego needs silence to pose. He croaked, tell me when I match him. Keep going, whispered vanity, the oldest cheerleader. Then one sigh too far, a soft sound like truth snapping its elastic. The pond closed its circle without ceremony. Silence took his place and fit better. Across the water the duck counted to 0. The moon dipped its quill and wrote, air is cheap, breath is not. That's how vanity ends, without violence, just physics. Every dream of being larger pays rent to gravity. We forget the due date. The pond resumed its habit of reflecting truths no one asked for. A lily closed, a mosquito tuned its violin. Life rehearsed continuation. Nothing mourned except echo, and even that had schedules to keep. He might have lived if he had stopped at wonder, but wonder hires ego as driver. Ego never reads the map. Listen, don't laugh too loud, we all rent the same air. I've been that frog in my mirror, stretching confidence until it squeaked. I've held my breath for praise and passed out on expectations' floor. The moon once told me, sweetheart, I've seen empires try that. Even light knows its limits. So here's a lesson folded like paper jazz. If you measure yourself by bigness, you lose scale. Compare less and you'll fit more music inside. Fun was the first reason we ever had lungs. The pond grew quiet again, collecting moonlight like wisdom coins. Tiny bubbles rose and popped, each a ghost of bragging rights. Some say you can still hear a small drum beating under the lilies. Maybe that's the sound of regret, a solo on what's no longer there. I sat by that pond, counting the rings of quiet. Silence has tempo if you listen sideways. A voice rose, no throat, just ripples, saying you don't have to fill the sky to be in it. He was right, we fit fine in a handful of light. The reed kept time, the water closed its lesson with a bass note of forgiveness. So if you see an ox tonight, admire quietly, don't inflate, translate, turn envy into rhythm and keep your skin intact. And if someone says dream big, answer I already fit my song. Songs that fit are seldom forgotten. I knew a frog who tried to be an ox and became a parable instead. He taught me to laugh with both lungs, but breathe with only one ego. That's more than most lessons offer. And if tomorrow tempts you to outgrow your peace, smile and stay small on purpose. Size is loud, contentment amplifies better. Let the big ones shake the ground, you shake the heart. Water will carry the difference to every ear still listening. So here's the final bar. Stretch your mind, not your skin. Grow depth, not diameter. And when admiration calls, answer in whispers. Whispers travel further over water. What thought will carry the difference to every ear still listening? So here's the final bar. Stretch your mind, not your skin. Grow depth, not diameter. And when admiration calls, answer in whispers. Whispers travel further over water. What will carry the difference to every ear still listening?